no way, no how, and I'm not saying that Jason Garrett's going to continue as coach, but Jason Garrett will have a job in the organization, a lifetime job, because to me, Jerry will reward him for being a good soldier that has allowed Jerry to coach the last 10 years without taking the brunt of and responsibility of everything that went on.
Time out. So if Jerry removes them from coach but wants to keep him and the Giants offer him their head coaching job, what would you do if you're Jason Garrett?
Jason Garrett's going to be
consulting to Jerry.
He's going to stay with Jerry. Jerry has been very good to him. I really don't believe that. I really believe, Skip, this is why they didn't fire him right away, that they're looking for a soft landing. Is there a way that we can put you in a job or situation? Because the last 10 years, to me, Jason Garrett's been the best soldier. He's done everything Jerry's wanted. Everybody knows Jerry wanted to be the coach, the owner, and the general manager, Skip. And that's why he kept hiring certain guys who had to listen to him. Whenever he went and got a Bill Parcells or a guy who's going to push back, that's not going to work for Jerry.
Right.
So that's why I really believe that Jason Garrett's not going to leave the organization. And that's why, because it's like the biggest secret, oh, he's going to get fired. Well, he should have been fired Sunday night after the game, or at least be told that he's done. I don't think he's going to coach the Cowboys anymore, but I do believe, this is just my gut, I think Jerry's very loyal, and Jerry understands what Jason has been through. You've never heard Jason, right, a peep out of him, not one peep. How many guys get to stick around in all the major sports? No coach has lasted this long without a championship. 10 years? We're talking about baseball, football, basketball, hockey. Not one coach has stuck around for 10 years without a championship.
Missed the playoffs 6 out of the 9 full years.
Right. And 7 out of 10, the Cowboys haven't made it. So when you look at all those numbers, under normal circumstances, that guy would have been jettisoned long ago.
Okay,
that's
so
why
Rob,
I think Jerry's
if
loyal.
The Giants offer him their head coaching position.
I don't think the Giants are going to offer him. I don't think that he's viable when you look at him. This is me, Jason Garrett, that another team would be out to go get Jason Garrett.
Okay.
So I'm saying Jason Garrett will have a job with the Cowboys as long as he wants. Remember what I said.
Skip, Adam Schefter just tweeted that the Cowboys and Jason Garrett scheduled to meet at noon, and resolution likely but not definite. Expectation continue to be that Garrett and Dallas will part ways. But the Cowboys are run as a family. Garrett has been part of the family, and it's hard to part ways with family.
Bingo.
Didn't I just say, what did I just say?
That relationship breakup, hard to do.
Skip, that's the
problem.
This is why you don't get Skip. This is why, and people are like, well, I can't believe. Some people think that Coach Belichick and Tom Brady, but people that know that they have a relationship that's, you're a player, I'm the coach. And the reason why Coach Belichick has kept it like that, and he's kept it like that with all his players, Skip, there will come a time, no matter how great the player is, even Joe Montana got traded. Emmitt Smith was released.
True.
So he understands that there's going to come a time that I'm going to have to make a tough decision. Either I'm going to have to release you or I'm going to have to trade you. If I allow myself to get too close to you, that clouds my judgment. To go back to the military, Skip, it will cloud. If I hire up and they're the subordinate and I like you, I'm less likely to put you in harm's way. You remember that, God punished David for doing that very thing about Bathsheba's husband. But I don't want to get to that, Skip, but you know what I'm talking about. But I'm saying, it's so hard for Jerry to let this go because he, like you said, they have a football life together, Skip. He played for Jerry. He's come up under the ranks. He was offensive coordinator. He got promoted to head coach. Family vacations, family excursions, dinners and outings. I guarantee you when some of Jerry's grandkids got married, Jason was there. So he's intertwined. That makes it very, very difficult. Skip, he knows what he should do. But how do I distance myself with somebody that I care so much about? I don't want you, but I don't want to see you hurt.
It's odd.
And here's the biggest thing is, if he fires Jason Garrett, that's failure on Jerry Jones.
Right.
Because Jerry Jones hired Jason Garrett.
Well.
He hired all the coaches. He paid all these players. Skip, hey, look, $6 million to Skip. When you worth that kind of money, failure, you don't see failure as an option for you. Because normally you can buy your way out of a lot of things. But when it comes to pro sports, I don't care how much money you have.
And that's why it won't be a total failure. He'll say, Jason is up in the front office. We need him. He's a vital part of the Cowboys. You think I'm crazy, Skip?
I think you're crazy.
Okay.
No, you hope he crazy. Well, you don't care as long as he's not the head
Not the
coach.
head
You don't,
coach,
As
yeah.
long as you're not the head coach, you don't care about that.
My gut feeling right here, right now, and my worst nightmare is that Jason Garrett will be retained as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no reason he shouldn't have been fired Sunday night, to your point. For my taste, he should have been fired after the game in Philadelphia because that was a lifeless, flat, ugly performance that lacked urgency or drive or fire.
If you had him fired 7 years
Okay.
ago.
I had him fired after 2012,
You were
his
done.
second 8-8 year, because I covered him when he was a player. I said he's not head coaching material. Nice guy. You guys, you'd like to sit and chat with
Right,
him.
dude, guys
Fun
like
to
that.
be
You
around.
know that, right?
I don't know him. He seems great.
But as a head football coach, he's not a commanding officer. He creates no fear factor in the locker room. There's not an ounce of Jimmy Johnson in him. There's no Mike Shanahan in him because the players they don't love him. They just like him because
Right.
he creates a comfort zone. He's nothing but supportive for players.
But they don't fear him.
They don't fear him. He creates no urgency. There's no inspiration. They're not going to overachieve. They'll always underachieve. They'll come out lifeless. It drives me crazy, and it has for 7 long years. But there's no reason to have a second meeting with him today unless they're trying to fix the organization. They're trying to have discussions of who could we fire, who could we hire, which free agent could we go get. It sounds like they're having going forward organizational meetings with Jason Garrett as a retained head coach.
But why not the idea of trying to find a spot? Do you know what I mean? To figure out, Skip.
Jason's a relatively young man. He wants to be a football coach.
But he hasn't made his name. Why would I would love to see the Giants go introduce Jason Garrett at a press conference when he's made
media?
missed the playoffs
Well, I
7
got-
out of 10 years.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
That doesn't make any
okay,
sense.
I
I
agree.
dare a general manager to do that.
Well, hey, they tried that Pratt Sherman 2 years ago. They tried that Ben McAdoo. So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, but I think he's labeled as a failure where some of those other guys, you weren't sure yet, Shannon. You know, they were giving him opportunity.
Right.
Just like what they did in Cleveland. You know what? John Dorsey should be fired.
I
you know,
agree. I said
I
that
really do.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Because of what he did to put Freddie Kitchens in that spot,
Right.
who didn't deserve that job.
Not,
Right?
okay? I agree with you. Yet, both Ed Werder of ESPN and David Moore of Dallas Morning News are reporting that this is that Jerry and Stephen Jones are just letting Jason go ahead and conduct exit interviews and finish his year-end coaching duties today. Baloney. That's like cruel, right?
That's ridiculous.
Like,
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be, you're letting
Yeah.
him twist in the wind, right?
It's kind of like you work up. Okay, good. People can understand. I'm at a normal job. Okay, we're going to fire you, but we want you to train these other guys to come in
Right.
and do your job. And, show them,
Yeah,
show them the
thank
rope.
you. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way.
I got my box. I'm up out of here.
Rob Park, I'm telling you what happened. My worst nightmare was what happened on Sunday, not the previous Sunday, but the Washington Redskins, the arch rival, came to town, and Dak Prescott and company did 47-16 number on their heads. And Dak threw for 303 and 4 touchdowns. The Redskins are decimated, and they were home for the holidays. They've lost 8 cornerbacks this year to injured reserve, and one other one got suspended. They're a shell of themselves of what they started the year as when they were a decent team to
Right.
start the year. And they had a lame duck head coach. Now, right after the next day, they've got a new head coach. So you can't read anything into it. It should have been an indictment of Jason Garrett that, oh, now you play.
Right.
And Jerry and Steven, I know, sat back and said, boy, they didn't quit on Jason
Oh,
Garrett, did
boy.
they? Here we
They
go.
laid $1 short, right?
Yeah.
47. We got 47.
47.
And you saw what we did to the Eagles the first time. You
see
saw what
it?
we did to the Rams.
Rams,
We
that
put
was-
44.
That looked like a Super Bowl team against
What
the
about
Rams.
the Jets and all the other teams
Yeah,
in
what
between?
about?
No, we don't. No.
Hey, one last thing, Skip. Don't forget our bet. I said that the Patriots would not make it to
did.
the AFC Championship
you
game
did.
before the season started.
Yep.
Dinner at Mr. C's, and when
Yep.
they lose to the Titans,
Yep.
I'll be at your door waiting to go to eat.
Well, I'm probably going to pick them. We're going to do this topic
Yeah.
next. I'm probably going to pick them to lose. So I think you're right. I'm conceding that bet.
Oh.
Are you?
Yep.
Have you won a dinner
I'm
before?
conceding. Well, I
Rob?
need to shake
Sorry
your hand.
to
You're gonna
feel
put
bad.
you-
I'm just
Sorry
conceding.
to throw you under the bus.
Can you
Yeah.
believe this?
Have you won before?
Oh, I've won a few.
Okay.
But this is a big
It's a big
one.
dinner.
Skip.